Hey internet, so boy, what a hot weekend. Unfortunately I've had a very IT heavy weekend, so I've done absolutely nothing on the bikes at all. I've been working most of the weekend, so not really much to tell you. Still got the 550 wiring to finish off. I've got a wiring diagram that I downloaded for the indicators, so I'm going to be looking at that. Might be tomorrow, but we'll just have to see how we get on. It's currently the mini heat wave that they've been predicting, so it's about 38 degrees here at the moment, and it's over 40 in the garden, so it's just far too hot to do anything really. So I thought we'd do a bit of show and tell. So I haven't had the RD350LC out for quite some time, so I thought I'd get it out and give you a little tour around it. So let's go and have a look. So it's my 1981 RD350LC. It's the original first one, so didn't have the tie bars on the engine, although I have fitted them afterwards. I think they made a bit of a improvement with the exhausts, or prevented them from snapping. So as you can see, it's had some engine work done, because the block I think is supposed to be black, but it obviously isn't. But it is definitely a 4LO, so you can see that it's the 350. Very small crack there in there, which is really common with them, because taking this off to get in, taking this side panel off to get to the two-stroke oil container. Other thing that no doubt get picked up on is the fact that there is no engine number. The reason for this is the crankcases have been changed. I think one of the original faults, if you like, that the 350 suffered from was the chain snapping due to a lack of maintenance and going up through the bottom of the crankcase. So you can either swap the engine out or change the crankcases, and this has obviously had the crankcase replaced, so that's why there's no engine number on it. But other than that, it's pretty standard. I've kept it as standard as I possibly can. All I've done really since I've had it is try and get more items back to their original, like for example all of the engine bolts have been replaced for those chrome Allen key type, and I've changed them all back. I managed to get a set of original engine bolts in the olive green, so I put them back on. It didn't have a side handle on the back. I've done that. The horns weren't correct when I bought the bike, so I replaced the horns. This is one part that unfortunately is pattern. Well, I mean the horns are as well, but you cannot for love nor money get this. It's meant to be a metal cover, I believe, but the one I got was plastic, so yeah, that's about it real. Other than that, completely standard. It hasn't been started for, I don't know, 6 months or so. Let's just see if it'll go. Is it? So anyway, that's it for today. It's like I say, just a bit of a show and tell on the RD350, because I know so many people out there do appreciate a lovely two-stroke bike, and they were the iconic bike from the 80s, really, weren't they? A lot of people go for the Mars bar red one, the Mars bar red, yeah, black with the Mars bar colour scheme, and I think I would have always gone for that one as well, but seeing this one when we bought it, it's a German import, and it was with about 7 other RD 250s and 350s, and there was white and red ones, and there was a Mars bar one, but they were really tatty, and there was this one, the candy blue one, and it was right at the back, under everything else almost. You know, it really seemed like nobody had given it a second look, and it was in a really bad state. Well, what I mean by that is it was absolutely filthy dirty. I mean, absolutely caked. It was difficult to see what sort of condition the paintwork was going to be in. It's like it had been stored in a barn or something for ages, not covered up. And you know, we moved all of the other bikes to pull this one to the front, and you know, I just saw the candy blue, and you know, remembered the RD350LCs of you know, from when I was 17, and candy blue, and I thought, I've just got to have this one. You know, it's something about it. So that's why we've got this one, or that's why I've got this one, and it's just a lovely bike. You know, it's taken a long, it took a lot of cleaning, and one of the reasons I like it is because the frame isn't powder coated. It's still original painted frame. It's probably been painted at some point in the past, but you know, the frame and the swing arm are still just painted, and it's not perfect, and things like the wheels, you know, could probably do with repainting again, and you know, I spent a lot of time polishing the fork legs up, but it's been more putting a lot of love into the bike, if you like, really, rather than any hard restoration. So yeah, it's a lovely bike, and I hope you've enjoyed having a look at it with me. So I'll get on to the 550 very shortly. The wiring is coming along quite nicely, but it's like I say, I mean, I'm sweating my head off now. It's 38 degrees. We've got a temperature gauge outside in the gazebo, and that says 42 degrees at the moment, so, and it's due to get hotter tomorrow, so I doubt I'll get anything done on the bike. So anyway, I hope you've enjoyed the little video. It's only really a short one, and thanks very much for watching. I'll catch up with you really soon. I hope you're trying to stay cool where you are as well. Thanks very much. Bye.